What could or what should, I don't know. Anyway, you probably saw my last video on how I would have updated Minecraft 1.0 and 1.1, and if you watched it, you probably know that I'm keeping myself limited into I can't add anything that wouldn't be in a future update, and trying to stick to the Minecraft principles in this Minecraft book. It is in the description, don't worry. So if you liked the last video, you'll probably enjoy this one. So let's get it going. The height limit was changed in this version, and me personally, if I had the ability and it was possible, I would have had there be no build limit, as there would be so much you could do with amplified worlds. With going from Y1000 all the way down to Y0 would have made for some great adventures. And granted, amplified worlds weren't a thing, but large biomes were a world option in 1.3. So, hey, look at me doing my research. Iron golems, I feel, and still feel, when built by a player, should share similar AI to dogs, and if they're provoked, they'll attack a target non-stop until they log out or die, providing a use to the iron golems as well as adding a bit of mystery to how they work. Snow golems now die in the nether, one of their few uses. I disagree to this change, but it does get changed in time, so blah blah blah. Flank types were added in this version as well as stairs. And I do think that a missed opportunity was not giving each plank a unique design and then giving them the ability to be dyed. This especially would have worked extremely well in the World of Color update. Alright, well, that's basically it for version 1.2. I didn't really say much about jungles because they're jungles. The only thing to change is to maybe replace some of the grass and dirt with like a layer or two of leaves to give it that sort of foliage effect where there's just so much life here that it's literally the ground. That doesn't make sense, but let's continue on to 1.3. Some major additions were emeralds, the ender chests, slabs of all wood types, desert pyramids, and jungle temples. Oh, and the enchanted golden apples. Honestly, all of these additions don't pose any inherent flaws. Emeralds are meant to be a currency used to trade with villagers, with ore of it being rare. The ender chest is a great multiplayer and single player addition. My perspective on the multiplayer sense is that it's a private spot to put valuables that nobody else can take from you. And then the single player aspect is that it's great for if you have a few bases located far away from each other and you want to transfer items between them. Just put an ender chest in between each of them. Easy go, easy come. Desert pyramids and jungle temples do eventually grow stale with time, so adding variations of these would have been nice. But I digress. They're both pretty cool structures, minus the jungle temple, but the jungle temple again just gets stale, so adding, variants would have fixed that. And then the enchanted golden apples, I'm split on this, honestly. I want to hear from your guys, and while you're down there, you should totally subscribe. But with the enchanted golden apple, using golden blocks to make them, and the regular, I think it's ingots, if not it's ingots, it's nuggets, to make the regular golden apple. I think it's interesting. It's definitely overpowered, but Minecraft isn't a game you're supposed to always be bad at. It's supposed to have bad combat, obviously, but you're supposed to eventually be strong enough to take care of like literally any challenge, and I think the enchanted golden apple definitely lends to being extremely powerful. So should it stay? Should it go? In a single player world, I don't think it should. I think it should stick around in a single player world, but in multiplayer, it definitely gets tiring having to fight someone chugging an immense amount of golden apples, enchanted golden apples even. And that's my opinions on 1.2 and 1.3. There's not a lot going on here, but just you wait till we get to 1.10 where literally nothing happens. There weren't a ton of other changes other than like a really minuscule one, wooden pressure plates. Oh man, triggered by arrows. I don't know. That's basically it. You should subscribe and cut.